Are you tired of searching for a brand new home, finding the perfect match, the perfect price, the perfect amenities, only to find out that you feel like you're being lied to? Well, you're not alone. I receive calls every week from home buyers looking for a brand new home. They're so excited about the possibilities of a certain neighborhood or a certain builder or all these new amenities that they're going to find in this new neighborhood. And then they find out the perfect cost for this perfect home is not the advertised number. No, it costs so much more than expected. And also, sometimes we find homes advertised with pools and you see these beautiful photos. Well, guess what? The pool isn't included either. So there's a lot to know about new construction. Building a brand new home in Florida can be a little bit overwhelming. And at the end of the day, you may feel like you were lied to. So today I want to break down some of the biggest lies or myths in new construction. And stick around until the end though, because I'm going to share with you some pointers and tips that are going to make the home buying process so much easier and much more enjoyable. And I guarantee you'll find the perfect builder and perfect home. So let's start with what I think is one of the biggest deceptions in real estate, and that is this list price is not the price of the home at all. And pricing is a little bit deceptive maybe, and I hate to say that word, but it just feels so wrong that we can see the homes priced at a certain amount, specifically when we're scrolling on Zillow and we're looking at brand new homes and we just think this is perfect. I can afford this $550,000 home, and the pictures show this ideal model and they're gorgeous and you're thinking this is it, right? I've finally found it. Well, when my team and I get these calls from prospective buyers, there's a lot more that goes into this. And I hate that we always have to tell people, no.
No, God, please, no.
That isn't a 550 home. It's kind of heartbreaking and I hate that situation. But realistically, that home, that 550 home that looks just perfect, more likely is going to be $700,000, $800,000. And you might be asking yourself, how is that possible? Well, first, home builders, that purchase price is on the base price of the home. And base price is just for the home. You have to realize that base price does not include the land. I know, it sounds a little crazy that somebody could sell a house without the land under it, right? Well, with national home builders, they price the structure, they price the lot, and then also there's two other added costs in this. One is structural improvements on the home. Now, when I say structural, I don't mean like they're moving walls around. They might be extending a patio. They may be adding pocket doors, may be able to change a bedroom into a den. And those are structural changes. And there's an upcharge on that. And there are costs for your design finishes. And this is all upgraded. There are lots of options for upgrades in a home. So keep in mind, we have base price, we have lot costs, and lot costs can range from $10,000 to $300,000 or more, depending on where the home sits in the neighborhood. If you're backing up to a golf course or water, expect a lot more for a home that's at the end of a cul-de-sac backing up to a busy road. So as I said, we have the base price, we have the lot cost, and then we have structural cost, and then we have cosmetic upgrades. Now, there's a lot to choose with cosmetic upgrades, and we're gonna get into that in just a little bit. But just know that that base price is not typically the price that you're gonna be paying for a home. Now, I do wanna add there are a few builders that put just one price and that's all in, but it's not very typical in here. Okay, the number two myth or lie that we see so often with new construction, and this is when we talk about quick move-in homes. Let's talk a little bit about exactly what this means. Let's say you're getting frustrated not being able to find a resale home of your dreams. And our limited inventory in today's market definitely makes people think building might be a better option. So you decide to try to find a quick move-in home from a builder. And you may see some advertised quick move-in. You may think that you can close in that quick move-in in 30 or 60 days. Well, before you get your hopes up on that as well, I want you to know that builder inventory is very, very low as well. Builders will advertise homes as quick move-ins, as these are homes that they have completely spec'd out. You don't get to make any changes. There's no say in structural options, where the lot is, or what kind of upgrades are in this home at all. So it's a builder spec home, and these are considered quick move-ins. However, that means that they start advertising this quick move-in when they're 6, 8, 9 months out. And so unless they get to the point where it's completely finished and have it for quick move-in, unfortunately, with our lack of inventory, whether it's resale or new construction, these homes don't normally last a long time, so they don't get to where they're 30 days out. So even a quick move-in home can take 6 or 8 months before it's going to be completed. All right, now I want to get back to the number 3rd item on our list, and it has to do with upgrades and finishings. Now let's talk about designing your home and compare it to the model homes. First, who doesn't love looking at a model home? It shows you exactly what your home can look like. It's perfectly staged. It shows the best. Everyone that walks through a model home says, oh, I could live here. This is perfect. I'll take this. So let's talk a little bit about that though, because your expectations need to change just a little bit. First of all, for instance, light fixtures are not included. And when I mention light fixtures, I'm referring primarily to ceiling fans in the bedrooms, pendant lights over the island, just any kind of decorative light fixture, not the lights in the ceiling. So those are not included in any new construction. That is something that you have to do after the fact. Another feature we often see in new construction that builders will never do are these really beautiful wall finishes. Now, designers showcase the beautifully crafted wall features and it makes the home pop. But this is not a feature that any builder is going to include for any cost. So it seems a little deceptive, but I understand they're showing what can be done. Now, also when it comes to design and upgrades, let's talk a little bit about how customizable these homes really are. Keep in mind with National Home Builders, these are semi-customizable. As I said earlier, there's no moving walls and moving the kitchen to another location or anything like that. Most builders will give you options and package levels to choose from. For instance, the basic materials are going to be level 1, and the more upscale, beautiful, tricked out packages are 5 or 6, level 5 or 6. And the prices really change greatly based on that level. However, you can't mix and match levels very often. You can't take a level 6 kitchen, level 6 floors, and then want a level 1 fixtures. It just doesn't work that way. Or if you only want this floor in the living room, but you want to change the flooring in the den and in the bedrooms, again, can't be done. There's certain things that you have to do within those levels, and each level definitely raises the price. And within each level, you have maybe 2 or 3 choices. 2 or 3 choices for level 1, 2 or 3 choices for level 3, 4, and so on. So this isn't like you're going to some major design center in downtown Tampa and you're thinking, I have a million choices. That's not the case at all. So keep that in mind when designing your home or looking at new construction. All right, the number 4 thing that you should know. So most people ask me, can I get a pool with my home? Well, more often than not, we're gonna hear a big fat no. And if they do say yes, keep these 2 things in mind. One is that they may allow a pool or they're putting pools in, but they may put in the very basic and standard size pool with no paver decking, no water feature, just something very, very basic. Or they're gonna tell you, yes, we'll let you put a pool in. We're gonna send you to our pool designers. They're gonna go over everything with you. But just like the interior upgrades of your home, the next thing you know, your nice little pool feature that was supposed to be part of the base price or for $75,000, the next thing you know, you're spending $200,000 because you want, you know, this beautiful backyard and the water features and the pool deck and all of these things. So when you're building a home, pools are another big expense and they're not always part of the building process. All right, number 5. Now, how about low HOA fees? Yes, when a builder is building a home and completing a subdivision, one of the factors that they like to talk about is how low their HOA fees are. And that is going to be true. However, they're low because the builder is still managing and paying for the differences. But once that community is completely built out and the HOA goes to the board and management companies and the expenses start rolling in, the management company and the board of directors might meet and say, we don't have enough in our reserves, or it's going to cost us more to run this, or we need more insurance for the amenities, whatever the case may be. The next thing you know, your low HOA fees are going up and up.
What?
Don't believe that just because you're getting in at a low HOA fee that they're going to stay that way forever. All right, so those are top 5 probably myths about new construction, but let's talk very quickly about some tips and guidelines to help you really make the best decision and be very, very happy with your new construction. We sell a lot of it, so if you have any questions, please let us know. So the number 1 tip I have is research the area and the builder. Although most of these builders we're talking about in this video are national home builders and they have many different styles and they sell in different states, they will have different reputations in various parts of the country. For instance, you've probably heard of Lennar Builders or Toll Brothers or D.R. Horton or Taylor Morrison. They all have very good nationwide reputations. However, in certain cities or certain communities, they may be building different levels. They might have different ideas and floor plans, and they may just be doing things very different than they were in maybe another state in the nation. So really research them, figure out who's building what you want, and dive into the builders. If you want more information on Builders Ranked, be sure to watch this video after this. Next thing I recommend is definitely find a local real estate agent that knows the builders, knows the process, and knows the communities, and can fill in all the gaps that you might have, or really be able to talk intelligently about the builders, and they're there to represent you. Remember, that rep at the sales center works for the builder. You have the right to be represented as well with your own agent. All right, the third thing that I want to talk about is understanding the builder's contracts. Now, builder's contracts are quite lengthy, and most of it is pretty boilerplate. But please understand there are specific dates and deposits that have to be met in the contract. And so take the time to research this. Look, they'll send you a copy of the contract. Look at it, read through it, let your agent know if you have any questions. There's a lot that goes into this. And one thing to keep in mind, in the state of Florida, home builders have up to 24 months to complete a home. So if there's natural disasters or anything that's going on, they have that much time. They usually don't take it, but I want you to know that. Number 4 thing, you can have the home inspected. Typically, most builders will allow 2 inspections, once at pre-drywall and another prior to closing. Now, this is typical, but it's not standard. It's not required that builders allow this, but it's pretty common, so keep that in mind. And number 5, when you're under contract and building the home, you will be assigned a project manager. I think it's wonderful to establish a good working relationship with this project manager. They're there to help communicate what is going on in the process of the build. For instance, they're going to let you know when the drywall is going in. They're going to let you know when the electrical is going in. They're going to just take photos. They're going to keep you abreast of what's going on. So I think great communication with your project manager is very important. So if you'd like more information about new construction, watch this video next. And if we can help, give us a call today. Like I said, we love new construction. We do a lot of it, and we are here to help. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, take care.